My name is Justin Nace, and I play drums for PVRIS. Yeah, the kit that I'm currently using now is a kind of a distressed white satin stain, so it's kind of roughed up a little bit. It's a weathered chrome hardware, and the inlays are actually kind of like a black inlay on all the hoops, and all maple shells with re-rings, which definitely make it a little bit more punchier. And I'm super stoked on the sound, and it's phenomenal. I mean, every kit they've ever made me, I've always been absolutely thrilled with. What's my favorite thing about playing drums? I'd say just being able to let loose. Definitely, full of energy when it comes to playing, and I shake my head a lot. I'm swinging around kind of like an animal, but that's the most fun about it. I try to give 110% every night, and just be able to kind of give it my all is definitely the most fun, and just having a blast while doing it is definitely probably the coolest thing to do. It's definitely wild. We've played so many different kinds of venues. We've played big stuff like we've done Reading and Leeds this year. We got to play Madison Square Garden. We just recently did Red Rocks, which is just mind-blowing in itself. But there's something about playing the smaller, intimate venues when you have all of your fans out there, whether it's 400 kids or 10,000 kids. The ones that come out when you're playing venues to maybe 300-400 kids that are just screaming their heads off, those are the ones that end up being more fun. I have a little bit of a warm-up routine. It's nothing super crazy. I do a lot of stretching. That's the biggest thing. It's just making sure that I'm all stretched out and I'm not pulling anything every night. Making sure that I'm just kind of stretching out the arms and my legs a lot. In terms of anything on a drum pad, I'll play around and do some rudiments on there, but nothing too extensive, to be honest with you. I play a lot of everything. I grew up listening to 60s through the 80s and just hair metal music. That's what my dad used to listen to, and that's the stuff that I got into. And I know Alex, him and I nerd out about a lot of hair metal stuff like Motley Crue and Judas Priest. We love that stuff. But on the drums, I like to play a lot of like groovy, jazzier kind of stuff. It's fun to mess around with and kind of push yourself outside of your normal kind of way of playing. Some of the heavier stuff, it's always fun to play on drums, or you can just bash away at it. But yeah, I've been into a lot of like groovier stuff, like Bruno Mars, like all those kinds of drummers with the gospel chops. Like, it's nuts watching those guys play, so it's neat to pick up different techniques that they have.
Yeah, for sure.
A whole bunch of bands, you know what I mean? It's a lot of our friends have put out new stuff. I'm trying to think what I've purchased recently, but I can't even think about it. There's just so many stuff that people are putting out. I know like War on Drugs is a big one for a lot of the guys in the band. They're big fans of that. I'm a massive Me Without You guy. They haven't put anything out super recent, except they're doing their 15-year reunion, and I'm missing it because we're out on the road, but hopefully try to catch those guys again soon. I'd say just keep at it. I don't know, it's one of those things where like I grew up, I never took lessons. I'm left-handed, and it was a weird thing going into that because they weren't going to teach me unless I switched to righty, and I could have just gave up at that point, but I just stuck to it, and I used to play to CDs when I was at home when I was younger, and just kept going at it, and just trying to grind it as much as you can and put yourself out there. And I feel like we're very fortunate to the opportunities that we've been given along the way, and it's just hard work definitely helps. It sounds cliche, but the more that you really bust your butt, the better chances you are of having people see that you're working hard and more interested in maybe helping you out or putting your name out there, so it definitely helps.